Newcastle United are officially a Champions League team. Welcome to Ball for All, and no, I'm not crazy. Newcastle is officially a Champions League team. I'm gonna start from the front to the back of their team, and I'll give you all the reasons why they are officially a Champions League team. All right, let's go. Basically, Callum Wilson, first of all, one of the best strikers in the Premier League, without a doubt. His work rate, his finishing ability, his pace, his heading ability, and just his goal. He has that goal scoring knack about him. He's just a complete forward for me personally. Outside of the top score, I was gonna say outside of the top 6, but now he's in the top 6, so he's a complete forward. One of the best forwards in the Premier League. Easily top 5 strikers in the Premier League. If you doubt me, let me know. And also, Wood, he's got a different option. Obviously less pace, but he's got the height and he's got that work rate in him as well, being at Burnley, so he's used to chasing the ball about, you know what I'm saying? And then of course we got Isak, a very, very good striker. He's a combination of both of them, even more skilled than Callum Wilson. He's got the height and then he's also got the pace and he's got the finishing. As we saw against Liverpool, that finish was lovely. Some lovely touches, some nice phases of play against Liverpool. And when he comes back from injury, Newcastle are going to be even more dangerous. And then of course we got out on the wing, Alan Saint-Maximin. The boy, if the French team wasn't so talented, he'd be the first name on the team sheet. But unfortunately for him, it is what it is, and life is hard. You know, it's not fair. And he's been actually injured, and that's a testament to how Liverpool he's been out injured, and that's a testament to how Newcastle have been playing. Newcastle have been fantastic without him. The old Newcastle playing without Saint-Maximin, they would be absolutely shocking. They will be losing points left, right, and center. But without him, they're doing amazing. And that goes down to another winger that's improved drastically, which is Miguel Almiron. Ever since Jack Grealish said something to him, he took it personally, just like Michael Jordan, and he's become a fantastic player. He's got literally double the goals he scored in 100 appearances in only 16 appearances this season. The boy is on fire. Before the goals, he had the work rate and the skill and the pace, but now he's added the goals. He's standing out. He's doing absolutely phenomenal. And lucky for Newcastle, his country Venezuela didn't make it to the World Cup, so he's still fresh and ready to go for the Premier League side. And now we go into midfield. We got Longstaff. He's not amazing, but he's a steady player and he does his job. He's like a B-Tech Jordan Henderson, you know what I mean? Because Jordan Henderson is not the guy that does all these fancy things, but he does his job at the end of the day. And then obviously we go to Chris Willock, a centre mid/winger. He gets put on the wing sometimes. Coming from Arsenal, he had that goal scoring run of 8 goals, a very big record for a 21-year-old player. He's not quite hit the goal scoring heights, but he's still a very good player for Newcastle, and he's doing lots of work in that engine room for them. And of course we go to Bruno Guimaraes, one of the signings of the season, easily top 3 signings of the season. Top 3 signings of the season. Let me know in the comment section below who's your signing of the season, because he's literally one of them. He's got that Brazilian, samba style, along with his defensive capabilities in the holding position. He wins the ball and he plays fantastic passes, and he's got an eye for goal, which is, fantastic, because Newcastle, they were relying on goals from Maximin or Wilson, but now they've got goals coming from multiple areas, which is fantastic for them as a team. And then also we go into the left back position. We go to Dan Burn, 6'5" left back. He's not really a left back, he's a centre back, but he's slotted into that left back position like he's been playing there his whole life. The guy used to work part-time at a grocery shop, and now he's in the Barclays Premier League. It's amazing to see how far people can come, and he's just doing really well in that position. He doesn't do too much anything crazy, but he just does his job defensively. And being 6'5", headers are not a problem for him. He wins headers like it's nobody's business. He could actually teach Harry Maguire a thing or two about how to win headers. And then of course you go to the centre back with Botman, a very fantastic player. He didn't really make it into the Dutch team for this World Cup. It's a bit debatable, but me personally, I think he should have been in, because he's an excellent young player. But then at the end of the day, if he was just going to go to sit on the bench, it's better for him just to stay at Newcastle and play friendlies and get games under his belt anyway. He's still very young, and he's got that ball playing ability, and he's also a very tough tackling defender, and he's got a good bit of pace around him. He's not the fastest, and he's definitely not the slowest. And of course we got Fabian Schär. The guy was a very, very good player for Newcastle, but obviously he didn't have anyone that's as good as him in the defense, so he was like a diamond in the rough. But now He's next to a defender in the shape of Botman, who's also very good on the ball and reads the game very well. So now that makes them very solid in the middle. And then of course they've got Kieran Trippier on the right back position with his free kicks, with his work rate and his leadership, having played at such a good level for so long, starting off at Man City, then going to Burnley. So that defensive capability is really instilled in him, and then going to Tottenham. He didn't win anything, of course, it's Tottenham. And then going to Atletico Madrid and then just playing fantastic football there. Another defensive team, which obviously helps him out, coming to Newcastle. Now, the old Newcastle model was to kind of sit back and just kind of absorb everything. But this Newcastle team, they hunt, they press you into submission, and they've made some fantastic victories, beating Tottenham, I believe, this season, and then beating Chelsea, and then drawing Man City. Man City worked very hard to get that draw against them. And of course, I can't forget the keeper, Nick Pope. Very, very solid keeper at Burnley. He was the heartbeat of Burnley. Burnley really won a lot of points with him in their team. But that's the reason why Newcastle are now a Champions League team, because they've got quality all over the pitch. And what they've done that I really like is, unlike Man City, they didn't just start buying anyone and everyone when they got the money. They've started to buy in responsibly, and the most they spend is 60 million, which is very good in this current market, because 60 million is not really that much nowadays, and it's a very big investment in the 22-year-old at the end of the day. So, like, as I'm saying, watch the space on this one, but Newcastle is a Champions League team, and next season they will be in the Champions League without fail.